FA Cup winners' medals. He got 3 with Manchester United, and tonight he's the new factor in this fifth-round tie, having missed the first match at Grimsby through suspension. So Hughes for Furlong is Chelsea's only change from that 0-0 draw a week ago, but compared to the team that played at Southampton on Saturday, John Spencer starts in preference to Nigel Spackman. Grimsby will rely on number 5 Mark Lever to try to combat Hughes' influence. They depend on the team that had the better of the first game, with player-manager Brian Laws wearing number 4 but playing at left-back. Laws knows his way to Wembley. He played there 5 times with Nottingham Forest. And his assistant Kenny Swain is back on familiar territory. He was at Chelsea for 5 years in the 70s. Steve Dunn of Bristol, who took charge of the first match, is again the referee tonight, and Chelsea are playing from the left in the first half. Here's Terry Phelan. And Grimsby will be keen to get to grips with Mark Hughes, whose movement up front is something they've had to cater for before. Brian Laws leading from the back. The block was by John Spencer. Chelsea have a corner. It was Southall who conceded it, and David Lee's now on his way up to join Dewberry. And Lee gets a flick on, and Hughes with the volley. That was vintage Mark Hughes. Makes a good run. Oh, it's gone further over. There's a chance here for Peacock. Wise. Neither of them could force it in. Last-ditch defending by Grimsby. Croft doing some valiant work in there, but Chelsea perhaps feel they should have finished it. Mark Hughes hanging back and playing it back as far as Steve Clarke. Here's Spencer. Oh, and Hullit's having a little bit of an altercation with somebody there. This is Petrescu. The pullback's there, and so is the goal. It's Dewberry. Well, a good run by Dan Petrescu. The cross was perfectly measured, and Michael Dewberry scores his first goal for Chelsea. With a header unchallenged but well placed. And the strange thing about this goal is that while it was being scored, Ruud Gullit and one of the Grimsby players were having quite an argument, or just prior to it being scored, and the referee, as they went back to the centre, actually went and sorted that out. Here's Childs for the modern Grimsby side. Livingston's in the thick of that. Mark Hughes. Applauded for the way he held the ball up. Well, the player manager's influence in the dressing room, no doubt important at half-time, but so too would that be of Kenny Swain, who sees the game from a rather different angle to Brian Laws for obvious reasons. Chelsea with Spencer in a good position here. Phelan has continued his run. And it wasn't a bad little pullback either. Livingston forcing the throw. Shake off his marker and get Chelsea going down the other side. This is Gullit. Hughes wants it played in early. Hullit's got a mind of his own here, but one too many defenders. And Childs with a chance to break for Grimsby. He's got Livingston and Woods making runs ahead of him. This is Woods. This is Childs. This is Livingston now. Southall coming in far side. Woods looking to hit it, but Wise is back there. Good touch by Ruud Gullit to Mark Hughes. Trying to get away from Mark Lever. Play on, he's got the advantage. Wise. And here's Spencer. Needs Peacock to make a run towards him, which he has now. And Spencer caught the defender. Oh, that's a bit... Well, Peacock has the ball. Hughes coming in! Well, that has to be a goal for Mark Hughes. And a big tick for the referee. A moment earlier there was a call for a penalty, but it wasn't required. It's a really good cross, and Mark Hughes bullets it in to make it 2-0. A firm, forceful header as the goalkeeper goes the other way. But Steve, there's a goal for Grimsby. It's the skipper. It's Paul Groves who gets one back almost immediately. The Ensley side reply within a minute, and what a good strike this is. Poor header by Phelan, but what a volley by Groves. That is a perfectly judged volley, and it's 2-1. Splendid shot. Well, now, it's all happening. Mark Hughes again. It's a startling 60 seconds of football, that. And here they come again. It's Wise. Spencer to his left. This is Spencer. 3-1. Well, look at this. John Spencer. Lovely play by Wise. The pass delivered perfectly. The shot placed perfectly. And Wise and Spencer combine to restore Chelsea's 2-goal advantage. And we've had here at Stamford Bridge 3 goals in 3 minutes in this 5th round cup replay. The latest one, John Spencer. Where is all this going to end? Well, Bullet plays the ball back inside. Gavin Peacock with the shot, deflection off the defender's leg into the near post, and Chelsea go 4-1 up. Took his time, but the deflection definitely fooled the keeper. This round of the FA Cup again. A comprehensive victory which was really achieved by a spell of 4.5 minutes in which we saw 4 goals, 3 of them to Chelsea. The score went from 1-0 to 4-1, and there it stayed as Grimsby's player-manager Brian Laws applauds his fans at the end of their cup run. But I think he would agree that the class of the Premiership team told tonight, and to the tune of the blue flag, Chelsea walk off knowing they'll have a home tie here a week on Saturday.